Hey, it's David here from Boynton Social Pro. I thought I'd just uh, record you a quick video so you can understand exactly what we're doing and exactly why it's so powerful and why it's going to not only make you guys more sales, but it's going to reduce the amount of staff that you need and kind of expensive costs and things like that. But most of all, you're going to get more bang out of what you're already doing without any more spend. Okay, so these are just typical for most clients we work with, and it does vary from niche to niche, but let's just say for every 100 leads that clients get from Facebook or Google or SEO, on day 0, if the leads are called properly, they might contact 50% of those leads. They're going to make some sales, but 50% on day 0. Okay? On day 1, if they have a sales team in place, and if they're fairly good at what they do, they might get up to another 5 people, right? So that means they can get to 55% of those 100 leads, okay? And on day 2, it's kind of diminishing at this point, right? So they might speak to another 5 people and they might get to 60% of those 100 leads, okay? And the thing and why we created this is because what about the other 40 leads? Like, for most businesses that I know, it's just collateral damage, okay? They're just dead to them, okay? So we saw an opportunity, and that's why we created what we call the 48-hour Android, okay? And it does what it says on the 10. After day 2, when 60% of the leads have been contacted and sold to already, we reach out to the other 40, okay? And I'm going to show you a conversation and a real-life example of how that works at the moment. But what happens is that we build the Android, which I'm going to show you in a sec, and then we just simply ask you guys to API the leads over to our system after 48 hours. And we use AI and SMS to turn these wasted 40 leads back into an appointment and back into sales for you guys, okay? And we do it on a performance basis, which means that we don't get paid until you get paid, okay? And we can talk about a bit more about those commercials later if you want, but we stand by our word and we stand by the power of what we do here, which is why we want to do it on a performance basis. Okay? So I'm going to shut this. I'm going to show you what we're doing here for a client. And as you can see, there's leads coming in each day for this client. Leads come in after 48 hours, just like I've shown you. And I'm going to go through a conversation and show you what this looks like. And remember that these leads were dead to this client. Okay, they'd given up after 48 hours. So there's leads coming in right now. There's just another one. Okay, so this is for a client over here in the UK, and we help them get money back when they've had problems in their home, in their council property. It's in their government type properties. Okay. And I'm going to read through this conversation. Hi, it's Sarah here from client's name. I need to keep that confidential. Is that the same Juliet who wanted help with their damp mold plaster windows and doors or roof? Okay. And this is someone that's been dialed to death, you know, for the past 48 hours. And because we've gone out with SMS, which is, by the way, it's what people respond to these days. Okay, I've gone into hotels, right? And I now get room service and I now get help from the concierge via WhatsApp and SMS. Okay, I don't pick up the phone and talk to people anymore. And this is changing the way that businesses operate too, because people are used to going back and forth via SMS and WhatsApp, not by speaking on the phone, especially for some of these industries. where that people, don't want to pick up the phone anymore. Okay. Because it could be someone like chasing them for money or whatever, right? We want to be able to engage via SMS, and this message here alone and variations of that get it between a 20 and 50% response rate on leads that have no longer that were dead to the client. Does that make sense? Okay. So the person's Emil we've got back, and they've said, can you still help me? Okay. After 48 hours, right? Can you still help me? They'd given up. Absolutely. We can still help you. And this is AI at this point in time. Are there any other issues with your property that your landlord has refused to repair? And she's just gone. She's just like told us everything. She's blurted it all out. I'm not going to read through all of this right now. And also have water up to my lounge ceiling and various other things that I can't understand what she's saying there. I think she's made some typos. It sounds like you're going through a really tough time with these unresolved issues. How are these dish repairs impacting you and your family's daily life? So now where we're kind of the AI is really trying to get that emotional connection, how it's impacting your family's life. Also, I have watermarks. She's got spelling issues, okay? And she's missed the question, but she just keeps on spewing back and forth. All the issues that are going on, no worries about the spelling. AI is so good, it's important. We understand the full extent of these issues. Could you tell me more about these problems and how affecting it's your day-to-day living? So the AI is repeating the same thing. How are these dish repairs impacting you and your family's life? And now it's gone. Could you tell me more about how these problems are affecting your day-to-day living? It's impacting in a bad way. My daughter is already diagnosed with ADHD and autism, so I need to be strong for her, okay? When people start going back and forth like this, and it just makes them, want to book an appointment afterwards, okay? Because we're touching a pain point. I was always laughing and happy, but now not so much, okay? So this is really affecting her. One inspector told me to put my heating and open their windows and doors to help with the mold, but it's like all they can afford to do, okay? I'm really sorry to hear about the strain this is causing. It's clear you've got a ton on your plate. Will you feel free to speak with an advisor now to see how we can assist you further? Okay, and it's gone back and it's answered the next question as well. If you can please give me a call in 30 minutes as I need to take the dog out for a walk. Okay? Of course, take your time. We'll arrange for advisor to call you in 30 minutes, expecting a call from this number. Take care and speak soon. Thank you so much. Okay. So this message came in 5 minutes ago, I think. So we've immediately API this lead back over to the client and told them to call this prospect Juliet in 30 minutes, and then it's done.